good afternoon to you. I trust that you are well. It is 1 minute to the top of the hour. Time to bring you up to speed with the latest in the world of news. But first, the highlights.
Among the top stories making headlines at this hour, EACC summons Moige University Vice-Chancellor Professor Isaac Kosgei to appear before it on Tuesday over allegations of massive graft embedded in multiple infrastructural projects. Education CS Julius Ogamba has promised to intervene on the ongoing lecturers' strike.
In terms of the strikes that are going on, negotiations are going on with the unions, and we are hoping that we'll reach a possible solution very, very soon.
Warning those found guilty of exams malpractices. And women groups in Kambu County have held protests against increased femicide cases.
Hili jambo limetuhuzunisha sana. Tumelia lakini leo ndio siku tumekuja hapa nje ku address hii issue. Stop killing women.
Now urging the government to provide justice to the victims.
All right, once again, good afternoon and welcome to the broadcast. My name is Moige William and this is TV47 News Now with the latest across the 47 counties and even beyond. We start off where the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, that is EACC, has summoned Moige University Vice-Chancellor Isaac Kosgei over alleged graft in 2 billion shillings projects. Professor Kosgei is required to appear before EACC detectives on Tuesday to shed light on the corruption allegation in the university. The university lecturers and its workers have been on strike for the last 2 months. The move comes hours after TV47 investigated the dealings in the institution. In other news, Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba has embarked on a crucial tour across the Nyanza region to oversee the progress of the national examinations and inaugurate new grade 9 classrooms. Monday morning, the Cabinet Secretary, that is Ogamba, commenced his day by opening an examination container in Nyamira South Sub-County. He later visited Nyakuro High School to monitor the start of the exams firsthand. Speaking to journalists, Ogamba emphasized the ministry's collaboration with the judiciary to prosecute individuals involved in examination malpractice and expressed optimism about resolving ongoing lecturer strikes through dialogue with union leaders.
I indicated that these exams are going to be credible, and that if anybody is found participating in any sort of malpractice, we'll deal with that person as an individual. And I'm sure that you've seen the multi-agency teams that we have on the ground, including the team from DCI, the team from Ministry of Interior, the team from ICT, the team from all the sectors that we are, TSC, that we're working with, that we have been able to identify the specific individuals who might have tried to participate in any sort of malpractice, and we are going to deal with them individually. We are not going to condemn the whole school or the whole community for an action of an individual, because this year, the way the examination, the papers were designed, we are able to determine who it is that has tried any sort of malpractice. Moige University is a case in point, and there's quite a number of challenges there, but we have put in place a program of ensuring that we have it in a sustainable mode. We've come up with a strategy to deal with the issues that are facing it, and we'll be updating you once those programs or those strategies are concretized.
In other news, women groups in Kambu County have held a protest to raise their voices against the increased sexual violence cases, while the main perpetrators remain what they term as free. Led by Isabella Amunga, the women have called upon the government to put in place measures to prevent the killings of women and girls. However, they have claimed that many of the victims remain silent because of the threats from the said perpetrators.
kuna mambo mingi ya sexual gender based violence hapa katika kaunti ya Kakamega ambayo haijakuwa addressed. Kwa hivyo sisi tumekusanyika tukatoka siku ya leo kuambia leaders wetu, kuambia wenzetu ya kwamba hili jambo limetuhuzunisha sana. Tumelia, lakini leo ndio siku tumekuja hapa nje kwa address hii issue. Stop killing women. Kukiwa na jambo lolote ambalo mwanamke anaweza kuwa anadhulumiwa kule nyumbani, atoke akuje aongee. Tunataka ya kwamba leaders wetu wafuatilie hii mambo. Wale wanaodhulumu washikwe, kesi zipelekwe kotini, kesi zifuatiliwe. Wale ambao wanakuja kama witness, kukuwe na security.
Msituue. We are your sisters, we are your mothers, we are your friends, we are your wives. Kindly don't kill us.
Ikiwa kuna tofauti yote ambayo imetokea katika jamii, tufuate njia mwafaka ambayo itatusaidia kuzuluhisha maneno kama hayo. Kuwa si haki, kuwa sio suluhisho ambalo linastahili kwa njia yoyote.
In Kambu County, the county government through the Department of Water, Environment and Natural Resources has embarked on a rapid results initiative on the inspection of rogue landlords who are discharging their waste through water streams across the county. This comes after the closure of a rental apartment full of tenants was identified by the enforcement officers and the Department of Public Health discharging their toilet waste to a wetland growing sugarcane and arrowroots.
The call that there is this notorious house behind us next to the Kamidi Heights, and even Kamidi Heights, they had issues where 2 weeks ago when we were here, we instructed our officers to be walking around, and therefore they identified that these other houses are also notorious in terms of releasing wastewater into the environment, and particularly here in the what we call wetland or bogs. So I called my officers and we came here, and true to it is that we found very bad situation where one house, which is just behind us, is releasing raw sewer, actually human vehicles, the urine and everything into the environment just next to it. And immediately into it, the immediate surrounding, they have planted these arrowroots and sugarcane. So it is a way of hiding what they are doing, the evil things that they are doing. And I'm very saddened because I'm told that this had been going for a long time, and the owner has been told to clean up the mess by the neighbors, but he has refused.
Tuko na shida ya sewer. Wale watu wamekuja hapa kujenga hii manyumba, tunafurahi juu wanakuja ni biashara. Lakini wakati wanajenga, sijui wanaweka base to base. Hawana ile mambo ya kusema ati ile wastage itawekwa wapi.
The Kenya National Union of Teachers has appealed to the Teachers Service Commission to reinstate the recently withdrawn affirmative action status for Kajiado teachers, a move they allege has advanced what they termed as teachers suffering. Speaking during the Kajiado branch annual teachers meeting, KNUT Secretary General Collins Oyu said Kajiado County remains a hardship area, vowing to petition TSC to reinstate the status. Further, Oyu called upon the TSC to sort the issues of imbalanced posting and staffing of teachers to far-flung areas.
That the status of Kajiado should remain the same. Even matters posting of teachers. Apparently, teachers who belong here have been posted to far ends of this county. And as I heard, there is imbalance in that kind of posting and staffing of teachers in schools. Yes. The issue of understaffing here is one issue that even escalates to other branches and other regions. We still want Teacher Service Commission through the government to have more teachers to be employed in this country, because the teacher ratio as proposed by UNESCO has not actually even reached half of what is expected.
Urban schools are overstaffed, while the far-flung schools in rural areas are understaffed.
Elsewhere, the bodaboda sector in Vihiga County is experiencing rapid reforms aimed at ensuring that individual members gain self-reliance. Speaking in Vumale area during a visit to the recently acquired 3.5-acre piece of land that has been bought through the Vihiga County Bodaboda Sacco, the chairperson of the Bodaboda movement in the area, Francis Muchile, has stated that the reforms are crucial in cushioning members, noting that the informal sector has no retirement scheme, urging bodaboda operators to invest for their future.
Tumeona ni vyema tukifanya haya maendeleo kwa sababu sisi ni wanabodaboda, hatuna ile retirement scheme, so lazima tujipange kule mbele ili tunapo nguvu za kufanya bodaboda zinapoisha tutakuwa at least na kitu ambacho tutakuwa tunapata.
Tutaendelea hiyo mipango, umesikia Chairman Franklin ameongelelea, pia tutakuwa ndani tukiendelea kutembea nao.
Tumenunulia groups magari ambapo sasa hivi wanafanya pia matatu, kuna wengine wanafanya events, na pia tunafikiria sana jinsi vile tutaempower individual members. Sasa kupitia kwa hii mambo ya investment tunataka tufikie yule mwanachama wetu wa chini, aweze kulipa fees, aweze kujimudu kujishughulikia mambo ya afya na vitu kama hizo.
And now to a developing story. County governors have sounded an early warning to the national government that staff in counties risk not going for Christmas without a coin as a cash crunch continues to bite, with some county staff having had to go for more than 3 months without pay. According to the Council of Governors, in the next 30 days, counties will have to shut down operations completely if money is owed, now totaling to 63.6 billion Kenya shillings for the months of October and November, not disbursed immediately. The Council of Governors Chair Ahmed Abdullahi, who is also Wajir Governor, told during a press conference that is after an extraordinary Council of Governors meeting in Nairobi, that it was unfair that business continues for the national government courtesy of a past supplementary budget while counties ground to a halt.
For the SHA registration to succeed, first of all, we need to pay the CHPs. How do we pay when there's no money? We also need to pay the people who are in charge of our facilities. Some counties here are yet to pay salaries for the last 3 months as a result of the delay in disbursement. In many of these counties, we need to get to where the masses are to have them registered. We have governors here who manage counties that are over 50,000 square kilometers. So the question of logistics, the question of fuel, all these things come into play.
Ni mpango ambao unatugharimu pesa nyingi sana kwa sababu tunalipa fedha ambazo tunazozichukua tunalipa pamoja na interest kubwa. Na kwa hivyo hatuna uhakika hata kama hizi pesa zitaendelea kuja. Kwa hivyo itakuwa ni vigumu sana kwa serikali za county kuchukua mpango ule. Na ndipo mwenyekiti akasema kwamba tukifika pale na kukwambe katika haya mazungumzo itatubidi tu kufunga na kuwaomba wafanyikazi wetu waende nyumbani wakajitetee kule mbele.
But all the time it is blamed on counties. We have not paid KEMSA, we are not having drugs in the facilities. While in actual sense it is the effort of all those other agencies to frustrate counties that has contributed to this. That is our position.
All right, still on counties and matters development, Manyata Member of Parliament has called on Kambu County government that is led by Cecily Mbarire over the deteriorating health service situation in the county. The youthful Member of Parliament expressing his dissatisfaction with the way Embu Level 5 Hospital is being run, which he says is causing a lot of suffering to residents who visit the facility seeking medical attention. Mokonji noted that despite the national government allocating funds to counties for development and provision of necessary services, the same has not been replicated on ground.
The governor of Embu is fully responsible of the president being booed in Embu. Yeye ndo anafaa kujibu hiyo maswali kwa sababu rais alikuwa anaendelea na speech yake vizuri sana. Alikuwa anaendelea nayo na watu hata wanafurahia, wanashangilia until aka-mention matters ya healthcare. Na healthcare in Embu kwa sababu iko na mashida, na yeye governor mwenyewe alikuwa ameapologize a few days before. alikuwa amesema pole kwa sababu healthcare haifanyi. Wakati rais alimention maneno ya healthcare, watu hawangezuia. It's a emotive issue in Embu. Kwa hivyo watu hawangezuia ku express their displeasure. Na mimi niseme healthcare yetu wakati president alitaja ndiyo maneno ilienda vibaya. Kwa sababu the healthcare is not working. So next time, na nataka kusema the governor should stop misleading the president. Akisema kuna watu walimobilize watu kufanya kelele kwa kanisa. It is a total misleading. And kama hao ndio watu rais anasikiza, iko shida.
Also, a group of young people with disabilities from the counties of Laikipia and Nyandarua counties have joined forces under the Young Voices initiative to promote the rights and privileges of young people with disabilities in the society. According to Grace Ndegwa, the team leader, the voices of young people with disabilities have not been heard, and frequently others speak for them, making it difficult to discuss and address the actual difficulties that PWDs face. Grace revealed that despite numerous campaigns to ensure PWDs are properly taken care of and that proper legislation are implemented to safeguard their rights, the majority of them are neglected and mishandled.
What we look forward is to see our voices heard by the community and the government in terms of our rights and also accessing the services that we need as young people with a disability. As a team leader, I must say that this is a very, very important group because many times young people have not been heard. They have not gotten that platform where they can speak about their issues, and many times people tend to speak about issues of people with a disability. But it's a time we are here. We want to empower youth to speak for themselves and not to wait the government to think what they really need. We want to advise the government on the best interventions for young people with a disability. And
we need to be included. We are people like others. We do have brains. We do have our skills. We do have our knowledge. And more so, we are so educated. So we need to be included. So inclusiveness. Kama ni job employment, you see like so zenye unaenda ku apply for a job, unakuwa excluded due to your physical appearance or your disability.
Watu wenye na ulemavu wako na shida mingi sana ambazo wakati mwingine hasionekani ama hawashikiriwi vizuri. Kwa mfano kuna ile fedha ambao imetengwa kaunti ya Nyandarua, kaunti ya Laikipia. Kuna ile fedha imetengwa ya kwamba ya kusaidia watu wako na ulemavu. Tunaweka watu wako na ulemavu, tunaweka vijana, tunaweka wamama na tunaweka hata wazee, tunaweka hata watoto wanao ambao wamefinyika kimaisha. Lakini ningeomba ya kwamba hicho kiwango kimewekwa itengwe fedha kando ya wale wanaoishi na ulemavu.
All Kenyans have been called upon to take advantage of the current rainy season to plant more trees in order to help mitigate the effects of climate change and achieve the government's goal of planting, that is 15 billion trees by the year 2032. Speaking during a tree planting exercise in various public institutions in Moige North constituency, that is Kitui County, the County Commissioner Kipchumba Ruto said that they have succeeded in planting nearly 14,000 seedlings. This was made possible through the support of the Kambu Visionaries Association, which provided the seedlings with the aim of mitigating the effects of climate change, a campaign which was launched 8 years ago.
Maybe all the chiefs to plant trees within their jurisdiction, 250 tree seedlings every month. Alongside that, this rainy season, the onset of the rainy season, we have instructed the DCCs, the forestry officers, the county government environmental officers, and sub-county administrators of the county government to team up together.
Kwa leo tumekuja kupanda miti hii sehemu ya Moige North na tutakuwa tukipanda ward 3 leo na kesho.
Now, moving on, a call has been made to farmers and all Kenyans to embrace the government's vaccination program under the Ministry of Livestock, aimed at vaccinating cattle, sheep and goats against foot and mouth disease and PPR respectively. Speaking at a press briefing in Mombasa County, Joshua Chepchieng, the Secretary in the State Department of Livestock, praised these initiative, stating that it is aimed at preventing diseases that affect livestock worldwide. He further added that the country's goal is to control diseases that have caused significant losses, not only to farmers, but to the nation as a whole.
And so this is an assurance. We have been working with the Director of Veterinary Services, planning on how to make this vaccine available and also how to do quality control to make sure that the vaccination outcomes are well achieved during vaccination. And this is this one the DVS will mention about it. But I want also to insist on the quality of vaccine. What we normally do is we have 3 levels of quality assurance of our vaccine. Number 1, we have internal processes, which we call in-process quality control processes. Now, we are here to assure Kenyans that we as a vaccine manufacturers, we have the capability, we are working towards this.
We have 2 very important, economically important viral diseases. This is foot and mouth disease for cattle and then PPR for sheep and goats. And therefore, from purely technical and scientific point of view, that is the only way we'll control these diseases so that we can make sure our farmers can sell their livestock, their products such as milk and meat, to markets that give us good prices.
The United Democratic Alliance, UDA, has condemned the growing intolerance against leaders following the heckling that took place during a presidential function in Embu, that is on Saturday. Speaking on Sunday at St. Peter's ACK Mukango in Embu North Sub-County during the Thanksgiving ceremony, the governor accused some leaders from the county of being behind the growing trend of political intolerance against leaders. UDA Secretary General Hassan Omar called on residents of Mount Kenya East to rally behind Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, whose political star was on the rise. Embu Senator Alexander Mondigi and Mary North Member of Parliament Geoffrey Roko said they will continue supporting the government in delivering its mandate for the remaining 3 years.
Kambu County are peace-loving people. Sisi si watu wakuwa tuna hata adabu mbele wageni. Sisi ni watu wangwana. Kwa hivyo mwache kutupotosha. Yule ambaye amechoka akae kando, sisi tuendelee na nini? Na kazi.
Watu wakijipanga, William Ruto hana sababu isipokuwa kutolea kisigino Kindiki, alafu uko mbele baada ya Kindiki na sisi pia tunajipanga na wengine. Lakini ni mipango yenu. Shikilieni, msibanduke. Mungu amewapa, nyinyi chungeni, na sisi tutawachunga, na sisi tutashirikiana, na mbele tutafika.
Serikali saa hii tungeondoka katika serikali ya muungano kwa hii miaka 3, tungekuwa wapi saa hii? Jameni, na muomba mgusu na ule Mungu. Rais wetu William Ruto na Profesa Abraham Kindiki Kithure, tuunganishe pamoja na sisi Lembalile, Embu County.
Come what may what, as the leadership of this county, we are going to remain in this government. We are going to support the President of the Republic of Kenya and his deputy to deliver their mandate for the remaining 4 years.
And here is the latest.